Yo guys, welcome here to the second video on week 5 of European League play. This video will also have 3 matches the same as part 1 of this weekend. We're here in match 1 with TSM versus Mousesports, and game 1 here is actually gone straight to overtime, completely scoreless now as Mouse look to start some offense, but on the counter-attack here is Magnus, and he puts this ball in, carrying it all the way downfield. Brilliant play from him here. 2 players to beat on the backfield for Mouse. Just catches this ball, staying underneath it, gets the flip reset here, and then just flips into this ball. Now, as you can see, hitting it over the top of the 2 defenders in net. One defender there for Mouse has to push him early, make him use his flip or make a play early so the person behind can clean up, but they don't. Magnus plays it well, and TSM take game 1. Game 2 now then, also going straight to overtime, completely scoreless, and with 4 minutes and 32 seconds into this one with Mousesports on the attack. Good ball to the back post, well dealt with, but as this ball pops out into the middle of the wall, Cooks is there to finish it off and give Mouse the win here in game 2. This is a decent clear out by TSM here as the defender carries the ball to the corner, but Scrub just getting a perfect 50 and the ball bounces out towards the middle. Nobody in net for TSM at this point. I see 2 players in the corner, not what you want. You want to have one of these players closer to the goal here so they can cover off any shot, but diving in front, the defender can't make the save, and Mouse make it 1-1 in the series. We move into game 3 then here with TSM on the attack now, putting this ball towards the Mouse battle. Good shot there coming out from Metzer, and on the floor Magnus can't force it in, but Remco eventually does put this ball into the back of the Mouse net. This clear here weak straight out into the midfield from Mouse there. Magnus probably should do better with this shot here. Gets a weak touch, but is able to follow up here. Wins the 50, bouncing it out, giving his teammate a free shot here, and Remco just picks his spot towards that top right corner, and it's TSM to strike first in game 3. TSM on the attack again then here, looking to build some momentum as another weak clear comes out from Mouse. Magnus getting a good 50 win, and Metzer is there up quickly, beating out the defense for Mousesports here. That clearance there way too weak, just giving possession back to TSM there from Speed, I believe it was, and Magnus does well, beating out 2 players in the midfield then here, and Cooks in now here, having to try to race back to get this ball, but Metzer is coming out the corner, up quickly, getting that unchallenged and just putting this ball up over the defender and making it 2-0 TSM. Mousesports now looking to find a way back into this one here as they launch this ball across the box, picked up by Speed, going for the slow play off the ceiling, and what about that for a shot, flicking it up over the defense here. It does well, nice and calmly composed, carries the ball to the corner. The defense here, 2 players in the corner, not the position you want to be in here, as you see Metzer and Remco. One of them has to get something on this ball, otherwise Speed is going to put in a good cross or do exactly what he does, which is use the seam to get back down to this ball and then times his flip perfectly, hitting it up over the defender in net. Poor rotations there from TSM to end up with 2 in the corner, and Mouse reduce their lead. This ball now here coming out into the midfield towards Cooks here, but Magnus taking it up over him, then goes under Scrub Killer, the perfect flick, not quite in, but Remco there to finish off, backing up his teammate. Brilliant play from Magnus, realising he has a bit of time in the midfield, takes it up over Cooks here, sees Scrub Killer jump, trying to get an interception, plays the smart decision of going underneath him, and then that flip, so perfect time, getting it up over Speed in goal, off the back wall for Remco, who can just come in, finish this ball off and restore TSM's 2-goal lead. Now here Metzer Norris as he looks to take this ball out of his back corner here, but it's well challenged by Speed, looking for a double, can't quite get it, but ends up playing the perfect pass over to Cooks here, who finishes this one off. Speed does well here, up quickly before Metzer Norris off the wall here, getting a good challenge in the midfield, keeping Mousebots on offense, exactly what you want to be doing, and then nearly making this read on the double touch here. If he'd actually used more of his boost, he would have had it. He just didn't quite realise how fast the ball was going to bounce down there off the wall, but then ends up actually playing the perfect pass outwards to Cooks here as his car pinches the ball with the ground net, as you can see from the line of the ball. And Cooks here unchallenged, no defenders in net for TSM, expecting that pass to come out from Speed, so Cooks here just picks his spot straight down the middle, and TSM make it through. Mousebots, reduce the lead to 1. Mousebots then needing one more goal to level up the scores here in game 3. Scrub double tapping this ball off the sidewall, now looking to play a good ball into the middle, and Speed that gets there before the defense, putting this ball into the goal. Good play by Scrub here on the wall to just control this ball, and then he baits 2 defenders in here for TSM on the back wall. As you can see, neither Metzer or Remco, I believe that was there, getting a touch on this ball, and Speed just coming in, using his momentum, gets there before Metzer Norris and puts this ball in at the near post, levelling up the game for Mousebots. This game then also going to overtime, and this one going over 6.5 minutes here, with Mouse on the attack. We start Cooks it, leaving this one for Speed, a good shot towards the net, but Cooks is there to put in the rebound off of a save here. It's a good hit onto the wall there by Cooks here, and then Metzer Norris in net along with Remco, I believe that was, on the goal line there. Sorry, trying to work out who that is. Thinking Cooks here might have a touch here, not realising Speed's going to come in, and you see Metzer Norris jumping up in the air. Remco then also does the same thing, expecting a much harder shot to come out into one of the corners, but it's weak, straight down the middle, and all Remco can do at this point is actually just put the ball straight back into the middle, because his car's at such an awkward angle because he's jumped, and Cooks here just comes in to clean up, even though he's on no boost, flips into it, puts it in the goal, and Mouse take the lead 2-1 in the series now. We move into game 4 now here. 1 minute and 59 seconds left on the clock, with TSM on the attack here. A good pass out into the midfield there by Mognos, but Remco and Metzer not communicating properly, getting in each other's way, expecting the other person to go for it, leaving the clear free there for Speed. And Remco's touch isn't a good one, gives it straight back to him, and then Speed just puts this ball into the goal, giving Mouse the lead here in game 4. Remco and Metzer Norris originally making the mistake because one of them could have had a very good shot on net there, but instead opens Mousebots up for the counter attack, and Remco in this position doesn't need to go for this ball, could just half flip, turn around, carry this ball into the back corner, allow his team to reset, but just gives the ball straight back to Speed, who's got a wide open net to shoot at, puts it in. That is actually the only goal of game 4, so Mouse take the series 3-1. We move on to our second matchup of the video then here, which is Barca versus Dignitas here. We're here in game 1 with 1 minute 24 left on the clock. This ball in the midfield, Flakes looking to push towards it here, plays it out towards the side. It's picked up though by Astral. A weak clear comes out, and Yukio puts this ball home for Dignitas, giving them the lead here. It's hit by Astral, is a good one towards the Barca back wall here, and this clear needs to be way better. either out to a side if you can hit it with this much power, or you got to launch it all the way back downfield if you're going to try and hit it down the middle. Get it over the Dignitas players' heads, but it just comes straight back to Yukio here, unchallenged. 2 players in net, 4 Barca, but the shot is so well placed, so much power, neither one can make the save. Maybe one of the defenders took it off the other one there, but Dignitas won't care. They take the lead. That's actually the only goal of game 1, and they go 1-0 up in the series. We move on to game 2 then here. We're right at the start, just 6 seconds in. This ball popping up in to the midfield. Flakes winning out on the challenge there with Violent Panda. A whiff coming out by Astral. Yukio can't make the save, and Roniki puts this ball home here for Barca, giving them an early lead in game 2. Violent Panda going for that challenge in midfield, lacking on boost, can't get a hit, and then Astral with the clean whiff on the wall just opens up the free shot here for Roniki. Yukio panics on defense, tries to dive in front of the ball rather than waiting and trying to make a save on the shot, which allows Roniki to just put it round him and give his team the lead 1-0. Now here, not long afterward, Dignitas looking to start up some offense, just launching this ball towards the Barca goal, but on the counter-attack here, the net wide open. Devo sending this ball downfield into the goal. A good passing play from Dignitas, what we expect from them, but Violent Panda here, just too far up as the last man back, not expecting Devo to get such a good hit, or expecting himself to at least get a challenge on this ball, and then nobody can get back here for Dignitas, and the ball just rolls in for Devo, making it 2-0 Barca. Now Yukio looking to take control of this ball in the midfield here. Pops it out, looking for a teammate, no one there. Roniki, a brilliant pass to Flakes, and Roniki beating out the defence there. Drops that ball home for Barca. It's a brilliant play from him. Uncontested in the midfield, has a lot of options at this point, could catch it and look for a dribble, try and shoot towards net, but instead opts for the pass up to Flakes, who drops this ball down here, hitting it up into the ceiling, giving the ball more power as it bounces down off it here, and Roniki following on his pass, exactly what you should do, pushing forward, using all his boost, beats out the defence here, makes the read quicker, and it's 3-0 now in game 2. Dignitas have a long way to go to get back into this one now here, as Barca cleared this ball downfield. A weak touch in the midfield, Astral then losing the challenge, and this ball stolen on the line there by Flakes as he steals Roniki's goal here. A weak touch from Violent Panda there, giving the ball back to Barca. Roniki then beating out Astral cleanly in the midfield. This net wide open here for Barca to put the ball home, and Flakes turns around after getting the boost, stealing the goal on the goal line here, making it 4-0 Barca. That's how it finishes in game 2. It's 1-0 in the series now. We move into game 3 then now, with Astral looking to carry this ball forward in the opposing half for Dignitas, well cut off by Flakes. But on the cut run, Violent Panda plays a brilliant pass over to Yukio, who drops this ball home here for Dignitas. This pass from Violent Panda, so good because he gets underneath the ball, connecting at just the right time to bounce it off the back wall and out into the middle. Yukio got the momentum over the defenders in net, gets up quicker, beats out Roniki cleanly, and puts his ball home for Dignitas, making it 1-0 in game 3. Barca now looking to push forward and try and find an equaliser here, as Flakes looks to get a shot on net. Another shot coming from Roniki, and eventually he does get this ball to go in for Barca here. Flakes looking to cut on this ball, doesn't quite get the hit he wants, but does well here because he ends up to pop it up there as a great pass over to Roniki here, who's unlucky with the shot as it bounces off the crossbar and out. Flakes then able to turn this ball, would have a nice angle for a shot at net here, but scuffs his shot here as he gets dunked on by Astral, who's covering off the goal. Baraniki does well, they're coming out from behind the defence, can't see him coming, pops over Violent Panda there on the goal line with the backflip and gets the equaliser for his team. Barca now looking to push forward and try and find the winner here as Baraniki looks to carry his ball down the line, but Violent Panda turns, wins the challenge well here. Yukio up quickly competing with the defender, and Violent Panda follows up, putting this ball home here for Dignitas. Good speed by Astral, to get up to this ball quickly. Gets a good dunk on Devo as he looks to dump that ball out into the corner and buy his teammates time to get back. And the ball eventually ends up dropping to the car of Violent Panda, who's got a wide open net. Never going to miss that. Puts it home, restoring Dignitas' lead. 11 seconds to go now, and Dignitas looking just to see this game out here as they put in another ball into the box, just trying to waste time, and Yukio with a well-timed shot there, putting this ball home, sealing the game for his team here. Violent Panda doing well upfield, just wasting time off the clock here. Weak touches coming out from the Barca defenses. They're just panicking, trying to find a way to get downfield, trying to get control of the game and the ball. But Yukio just reading that bounce off the wall perfectly, flips under the ball, hitting it up into the roof of the net, and Dignitas take the lead in the series 2-1. We're right at the start of game 4 now. This ball going towards the Dignitas net here. Good pressure by Baraniki, and Flakes just puts this ball home here for Barca. Nobody set up in rotations yet for Dignitas or Barca here, so as Baraniki comes around on the wall, dunking on this ball, just rolls around in front of net. Nobody home. A very difficult position for Astral to deal with, and Flakes just comes in, dunks this ball home, got all the speed and momentum here, and makes it 1-0 to Barca early on in game 4. Straight away, Barca here looking to build off that as they launch this ball downfield. Flakes carrying towards the corner. It's a weak touch, a good demo, and Baraniki drops this ball home here, doubling Barca's advantage. Brilliant play from Flakes here, carrying this ball downfield, setting up the Barca offense here. And after that, just gets the boost still, demos Yukio in net there, allowing Baraniki just to put this ball towards goal. Flakes then goes for Violent Panda, making him have to dodge around him, enabling him to not get near the ball and make the save. And it's 2-0 Barca now in game 4. Now we're here with Violent Panda as he looks to launch this ball downfield for Dignitas. Astral was going to go for the arrow but decides to bail, plays a brilliant pass over to Yukio. Wonderful goal from Dignitas on the counter here. Good decision by Astral not to go for the arrow there. Realises nobody's going for that ball, so he can just land, take his time, go for the ball, picks out the pass perfectly, getting this ball round Devo out into the middle. It's an awkward bounce off the wall there for Baraniki to deal with. He can't make the touch, and it's put home by Yukio. Fortunately for Barca, it won't matter here. The scoreline stays like this, and it's 2-2 in the series now. Now we're here in game 5. Neither team wants to be that team that concedes the first goal here. Devo looking to push forward, try and get a challenge with Violent Panda here on the wall. It's a good fake though, and Violent Panda just pops this ball up to Astral. Can he make the read for the double touch? Yes, he can, giving Dignitas the lead here in game 5. A clutch goal here. Violent Panda doing so well, faking out Devo on the wall, and then pops up the perfect pass here. Either Flakes or Baraniki needs to challenge this ball at this point for Barca to stop the offense in its tracks. They don't allow, and they allow the hit towards the back wall here. Flakes can't get up in time. Astral has the read perfectly. The defender in net, nothing they can do. The shot is too hard from too close, and that is actually the only goal of game 5 as Dignitas just play solid defense from this point, so they take the series 3-2. We move on to our final series of the video then here, which is Renault Vitality versus Team Reciprocity here. We're just over 3 minutes to go in game 1 now. This ball in the Vitality back corner, Fruity looking to push forward, a demo coming out on Ferry Peak there, Chaussette up, a brilliant bump from Fruity on the goal line, and Chaussette puts this ball home. Brilliant attacking play from Reciprocity. The demo on one to open up the attack originally, and then Fruity does so well here, getting the perfect dunk on Kadon. Just leaves Alpha back in net, and Fruity does so well here. Forgets about rotating out, just stays with the play, goes for the bump on the goalie, meaning Chaussette here just has to put this ball on net. It goes in, gives Reciprocity the lead. Brilliant attack from them. Just a quality goal, nothing you can do as the defense there. And it's 1-0 now in game 1. Now it's Vitality on the attack here as they look to find an equalising goal here in game 1. A good clear out to the side, but 2 players go and nobody gets a touch, and a perfectly placed shot there by Kadon is the equalising goal for Vitality here. 2 players on the wall here, Vera and Fruity. Vera can't really do anything, he's just taking this ball off his own back wall, is stranded because he's just floating behind the ball. Fruity should know that and know that Vera would have time to land on the wall and go for this ball again, but goes anyway, doesn't get the hit there, lands on the wall, can't get back to it and recover, and Kadon, waiting in the perfect position, sees his mistake, picks the opportunity to pounce and place it perfectly in that top corner over Chaussette. An inch perfect shot, and it's 1-0 now in game 1. This game now going to overtime here, and we start with Reciprocity on the attack. Ferret dumping this ball towards the Reciprocity back wall, and the first to react is Fruity, putting this ball home for his team here. Vitality not in bad positions at this point, but Ferret wins this ball cleanly. The Alpha, I believe that was challenging there, doesn't get anywhere near him, and then as this ball bounces off the back wall, Fruity's got all the momentum here. Ferry Peak or Kadon needed to get up way earlier and try and make a difficult read and get a challenge, because once Fruity's there, just can make the shot unchallenged, pick his spot as he does, and Reciprocity go 1-0 up in the series. Into game 2 then here, and Ferry Peak looking to push towards this ball in the midfield, but decides to leave it for Alpha. Launches ball towards the back wall, can't make the double tap, but Ferry Peak there to clean up and put this ball home, giving Vitality the lead here. Good play by Alpha, realising he has time there in the midfield, picks up the ball, decides to go for the back wall double touch here, can't make the read, probably should have as he had lots of booster, but his teammate there to back him up. The players in net expecting Alpha to come out with a touch, slow to get out, and Ferry Peak just 15 this ball home, using the speed and momentum he has there, and Vitality take the lead. Reciprocity's turn to come up with an equaliser now as they launch this ball towards the Vitality back wall. A weak touch out into the midfield, gives the ball to Chaussette, who can't make the read on the double touch, but Fruity there to clean up, putting this ball home for Reciprocity. That hit there from Kadon, way too weak. He might have been looking for a drop down pass to Alpha there, but if so, it was very poorly executed. He could have just yeeted that ball into a back corner of Reciprocity and allowed his team to push downfield, but gives possession straight to Chaussette, who looks for this double touch here. Ferry Peak getting up, trying to make the read as well. Neither of them make it, and Fruity, first to react here, comes in, free shot, just smashes that ball into the goal. Brute force, and it's 1-0 in game 2. This game then also going to overtime here as we start off with Fruity looking to take this ball out his own back corner. A good 50 by Ferry Peak and a good extension on the clear by Ferry, but Ferry Peak finishing this ball off from the pass from Kadon. It's not a bad clear by Ferry. only slight problem with it is it's straight to K-Dot, and then there's only one player back here for Reciprocity. The pass from K-Dot, inch perfect here, and Fairy Peak in this position just opens up the base of his card, gets the slightest of touches. Chaucer in net expecting a much harder touch to come out, and the ball just bounces into the goal there, and we're 1-1 in the series now. Moving to game 3 then here, as Farah looks to carry his ball out of defence for Reciprocity, launches it over to Fruity here, puts it towards the back, can't get a double touch, but Farah there puts this ball home off the underside of the crossbar, giving Reciprocity the lead here. Good transitional play from defence onto attack. Fruity already waiting downfield, gets a good hit onto the back wall, nobody there to cover up for Vitality, and as this ball bounces out, Farah up early, got the momentum, smashes that ball in off the crossbar, and it's 1-0 Reciprocity. Straight after that and here, Farah looking to roll this ball out to the side, but gives up possession here to Cadel, takes it round 2 and then drops this ball home. A brilliant solo play from him, exactly what we expect for a man of his experience, taking this ball off Farah, then gets the hit over Chaucer, and then is able to control his card to boost down off the ceiling and flip into this ball, getting it round the defender in net and levelling up the scores for Vitality. Reciprocity now looking to push forward and restore their lead here. Chaucer wins a 50 in the Vitality back corner, and then is first to react as his ball was punched off the back wall by Farah, restoring his team's lead. This is a good 50 win by Chaucer, a good decision to commit. Farah then punching this ball off the back wall. It's a risky play, could have easily been cleared by Vitality and open Reciprocity up to the counter attack, but fortunately Chaucer there first to react, beats out both K-Dop and Alpha, drops this ball in to the corner there, and it's 2-1 Reciprocity. Reciprocity looking to build this as they look to push towards this ball in the midfield, but both Fruity and Chaucer getting in each other's way. They actually bump each other. Alpha plays a brilliant infield pass over to K-Dot there, who finishes it off, getting his second of the game here. That bump on the sidewall there as Fruity, I believe he was looking to rotate back out, but is rotating in the line of the ball. It's a very common mistake normally in some of the lower ranks. You got to rotate out the line of the ball, get back quickly, allow your teammate to push towards the ball without having to worry about you as well. But they bump each other. It's then well picked up by Alpha, who makes a brilliant decision to play the infield pass, and K-Dop places his shot perfectly in off the inside of the post. 2-2 now. Now we have K-Dop looking to carry this ball out of the midfield, leaves it for Alpha, a good shot but a double commit there from Reciprocity, and K-Dop forcing this ball home here. It's a good flick up pass into the midfield. Fruity maybe could have double jumped here, tried to make an interception, or Farah or Chaucer could have communicated and one of them gone for this ball to get a decent challenge, but they don't, and then they both end up jumping for the same ball here. A terrible mistake due to lack of communication. That's got to be Farah's ball there, just to come in, clean it out across goal. Chaucer can stay in there, but he just dollies it up there as it's difficult save straight to K-Dop, who uses momentum, forces this ball home here, and Vitality take the lead. Reciprocity now needing to find the leveler here for the first time in game 3. Chaucer looking to take this ball out of midfield and make up for his own mistake, but it's a weak pass. Alpha intercepts easily, a demo by K-Dop, and Alpha gets back around to put this ball home, doubling Vitality's lead here. It's a good win in the midfield by Alpha, just beating out Farah, leaving the net wide open. Fruity trying to get back, just gets taken off the field there by K-Dop, and Alpha with a wide open net to shoot at, puts his ball home. That's how it finishes in game 3 and Vitality go 2-1 up in the series. We're moving to game 4 now with just under half the game left to go here. Vitality looking to take this ball out of that back corner. It's a weak clear, a good bump, and Chaussette taps this ball home here for Reciprocity. K-Dot losing this 50 in a bad position here for Vitality to Farah. And what about this from Farah? As he's rotating around looking to demo or bump the goalies, actually bumps Fairy Peak into this ball here off Chaussette's shot, which was hitting the battle, completely throwing off his teammate in net here. And Chaussette is first to react, turns around, just taps his ball in to the empty net, and Reciprocity go 1-0 up. We start off here as Chaussette looks to catch this ball in the midfield, takes it up the wall, looking to get it, beats the defender, bumps one, and Farah comes in very quickly there, putting this ball home. Good play by Chaussette here, unchallenged off the wall. One of Alpha or K-Dot needed to go early and make a challenge here, stop him getting into this position, just allowing him to carry it too far. Beats out Alpha easily there off the wall. Poor play from Alpha, gets beaten way too easily, and then K-Dot getting bumped by Chaussette and Farah just coming in up quickly, faster than all the defense here, smashing this ball into the top left corner and doubling his team's lead. 34 seconds left on the clock now, and Reciprocity looking just to kill this game off, get one more goal, but a whiff coming out there by both players opens up the net here for Vitality, and they reduce the lead to 1 through Alpha here. All of the players there were crowded in one area for Vitality. It would have been a good opportunity for Reciprocity there, but a miss coming out there from Fruity here opens up the counter-attack for Vitality here, even though they missed in the midfield as well, because it was easily picked up by K-Dot. Fairer than the last man back, just getting harassed and bumped, making the net wide open there for Alpha. Complete chaos on the field there from both teams, but it was Vitality that capitalised, hustling the defence there. A poor miss by Fruity, and it's 2-1. Straight after that then here, Vitality looking to build momentum and get the second goal they need to level up this game as Alpha looks to carry the ball up here off the wall, plays a brilliant infield pass over one, and the perfect shot there from Fairy Peak into that top left hand corner. Good play by Alpha, just taking his time, not panicking, using his flip at just the right moment here, holding on to it as long as possible, getting the ball over the player up there for Reciprocity, trying to challenge and intercept the ball, and then Fairy Peak up early, ready for the pass. Nobody able to challenge for Reciprocity. Two players just stranded in net, hoping they're able to make the save, but the shot is inch perfect off the underside of the bar and in, and Vitality have their equaliser. This game then going to overtime here, only 15 seconds in. Vitality looking to counter-attack and get that one goal they need to take the series win. A whiff coming out from two players there for Reciprocity, and K-Dot gets that winning goal here. This ball in the corner should have been easily dealt with at this point by Reciprocity, but a weak touch just hits it up towards the ceiling. The player there for Reciprocity then can't get back to it. Chaussette also comes in trying to deal with the ball, also misses, and the net is then wide open for K-Dot. Just shoots that ball, giving his team the win, and they take the series 3-1. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys for the EU games from the double header in the video tomorrow.